Okay, third time's the charm. So I tried to go on Facebook Live and do this video that I'm making right now and share it with you guys. And uh, Facebook crapped out on me. Didn't work. So then I tried to go into Zoom and I'll just do a meeting, just be by myself. I'll just record it and then I'll just post the video on Facebook and do that. So I did that, hit the record button, and did my whole talk. And then I realized that once you hit the record button, then you have to tell it if you want it to save into the cloud or if you want to save it locally on your drive. And I didn't choose one of those options, and so I did the whole video without recording it. And so here I am again. So it should be really freaking good this time because I've already said it twice, and I'm going to say it again. So I should be able to do it relatively succinctly, and that'll make it better. But here's the thing. I've been working hard all day and trying to just get some of this content out of my brain onto my computer screen so that when I go and do my live training on Friday for you guys, I have something good to share. All right, I got my main content. I've got my teaching points and all the things that I really want to bring to the table for that. I got those dialed in, and where I want them. What I'm missing currently is my own story, because I know that I need to show up and present myself and help everybody that's watching understand why I'm the right person to be sharing this teaching. Why my journey and my experience and my credentials are the right ones to make me be qualified to borrow your attention for a period of time so that I can speak into your life. That's that's where I'm at. And so I'm sitting here trying to put my story out there. I've shared a lot of different things in a lot of different places, but it's just been so difficult to find the right threads of my story to fit into this context. And I've had this, I get this negative self-talk voice, the little gremlins in my head that start saying like, your story is boring. Nobody's going to be interested in hearing about that stuff. Your history is completely mundane and unextraordinary, and all these things, bunch of stuff just hammering away at the inside of my skull, trying to beat me down. And so I had to employ a tactic that I've shared and recommended with people over the years that I know works. I've helped people use it to good effect, but I generally have had very little need to ever use it myself until today. And so here's what that tactic is whenever you're beating yourself up and you're suffering the consequences and dangers of that negative self-talk, take all those words and things that you're saying to yourself and take them out of your head, and then pretend that somebody you care deeply about, your kids, your spouse, your parents, your best friend or whatever, pretend that they're saying those things to themselves. And imagine how you would interact with them if you heard them spouting all that negative garbage to themselves, how you would engage to help mitigate those negative things, and how you would go about cleaning up their mind a little bit, getting them back into reality that's not such a negatively driven spot. And man, does that work well. It's one of those things, you just, when you can externalize the problem and stop letting it keep going on inside of you, it's really easy to agree with the negative stuff that's going on inside of you. it's a lot harder to agree with negative stuff that is going on inside of somebody else that you care about. You don't see their negatives as much as they think they see their negatives. So it's a lot easier to come up with those positive and encouraging rebound tactics if you are processing it on behalf of somebody else. And then just take all those things that you just virtually or mentally told them, and then turn them around and apply them to yourself and say those things. And it actually causes a different part of your brain to engage when you start doing that. When you're in that negative space, in that critical space, that's an area of your brain that is different than the area of your brain that functions and is lighting up when you're thinking positive and you're thinking possibilities, you're being creative and all that. Totally different part of your brain. So by casting the negative stuff onto another person, in your mind, in an imaginary way, and then going through the creative thought process to help them if they were dealing with that, is actually a way to turn off that negative side of your brain and turn on the positive side of your brain and start re-engaging in your creativity. And that, because those are different parts of your brain, they're not going to function at the same time. So if you're in the negative space, you literally cannot have the positive space functioning at the same time. And that's why when you're down in the dumps and you're crabby, like there might be times when you're looking at your spouse or your kid or your friend and you're in one of those negative moods and you're just like, I just cannot remember a single good thing about this person. Like right now, they're just irritating me so much right now that I just can't. I don't understand why I even like you at all ever, because I can't think of a single good thing. And that's because it's a different part of your brain. So get out of that crabby mode by shifting all that negative stuff onto a place where you don't want that negative stuff to be. So when you're beating yourself up, you take that beating up language and you apply it to somebody that you don't want beat up, and then you begin to the simple process of imagining somebody else going through that process begins to shift the brain function from that negative space to the creative space, because you need your creativity to do that imagination. And then you start engaging that positive and creative side of your brain to help them solve their problem. And it turns out to be you actually solving your own problem. And then you can actually just go, oh, all those things that I just said in this imaginary situation to my loved one, I actually need to say to myself, and that should kick me out of this self-sabotage, self-condemnation kind of loop that I'm going through. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Third time is the charm. I think that was a much better version of what I was sharing than the previous two times. So I hope that this connects with somebody and gives you a lot of value. And sorry I couldn't do it live on Facebook, but I hope that noise doesn't transfer through on my recording. But anyway, sorry I couldn't do it live. I want to be live. I want to see you guys popping in and seeing the video, but Facebook's been being kind of stupid today. So that's it for today. I really look forward to seeing any and all of you in Optimum University in my training on Friday. So be sure to find my link that I'll have it posted again. It's in a few different places in the group. I'll do another one here shortly, potentially attached to this video, maybe separately. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I want to see you all there. I think you get a lot of value out of it, and I'm excited. So take care. I will talk to you later. Have a great day.